Hello, my name's Sean. This is Sober Companion, the week of September 15th, 2014. And this week, I'm going to be reading a short story by Charles Bukowski in the book South of No North, instead of reading a poem. And this little short story is called No Way to Paradise. Here we go. I was sitting in the bar on Western Avenue. It was around midnight, and I was in my usual confused state. I mean, you know, nothing works right. The women, the jobs, the no jobs, the weather, the dogs. Finally, you just sit in a kind of stricken state and wait like you're on the bus bench waiting for death. Damn mosquito? Okay. Well, I was sitting there, and here comes this one with dark, long hair, a good body, sad brown eyes. I didn't turn on for her. I ignored her even though she had taken the stool next to mine when there were a dozen other empty seats. In fact, we were the only ones in the bar except for the bartender. She ordered a dry wine. Then she asked me what I was drinking. Scotch and water. Give him a scotch and water, she told the barkeep. Well, that was unusual. She opened her purse, removed a small wire cage, and took some little people out and sat them on the bar. They were all around 3 inches tall, and they were alive and properly dressed. There were 4 of them, 2 men and 2 women. They make these now, she said. They're very expensive. They cost around $2,000 a piece when I got them. They go for around $2,400 now. I don't know the manufacturing process, but it's probably against the law. The little people were walking around on the top of the bar. Suddenly, one of the little guys slapped one of the little women across the face. You bitch, he said. I've had it with you. No, George, you can't, she cried. I love you. I'll kill myself. I've got to have you. I don't care, said the little guy, and he took out a tiny cigarette and lit it. I've got a right to live. If you don't want her, said the other little guy, I'll take her. I love her. But I don't want you, Marty. I'm in love with George. But he's a bastard, Anna, a real bastard. I know, but I love him anyhow. The little bastard then walked over and kissed the other little woman. I've got a triangle going, said the lady who had bought me the drink. That's Marty and George and Anna and Ruthie. George goes down. He goes down good. Marty's kind of square. Isn't it sad to watch all that? What's her name? Dawn. It's a terrible name, but that's what mothers do to their children sometimes. I'm Hank, but it isn't sad. No, it isn't sad to watch it. I haven't had much luck with my own loves. Terrible luck, really. We all have terrible luck. I suppose, anyhow, I bought these little people and now I watch them, and it's like having it and not having any of the problems. But I get awfully hot when they start making love. Ew, what? That's when it gets difficult. Are they sexy? Very, very sexy. My God, it makes me hot. Why don't you make them do it? I mean, right now, we'll watch them together. Oh, you can't make them do it. They've got to do it on their own. How often do they do it? Oh, they're pretty good. They go 4 or 5 times a week. They were walking around on the bar. Listen, said Marty, give me a chance. Just give me a chance, Anna. No, Anna said. My love belongs to George. There's no other way it can be. George was kissing Ruthie, feeling her breasts. Ruthie was getting hot. Ruthie's getting hot, I told Dawn. She is. She really is. I was getting hot too. I grabbed Dawn and kissed her. Listen, she said, I don't like them to make love in public. I'll take them home and have them do it. But then I can't watch. Well, you'll just have to come on with me. All right, I said, let's go. I finished my drink and we walked out together. She carried the little people in a small wired cage. We got into our car and put the people in between us on the front seat. I looked at Dawn. She was really young and beautiful. She seemed to have good insights too. How could she have gone wrong with her men? There were so many ways those things could miss. The 4 little people had cost her $8,000. Just that to get away from relationships and not get away from relationships. Her house was near the hills, a pleasant looking place. We got out and walked up to the door. I held the little people in the cage while Dawn opened the door. I heard Randy Newman last week at the Troubadour. Isn't he great? She asked. Yes, he is. We walked into the front room and Dawn took the little people out and placed them on the coffee table. Then she walked into the kitchen and opened the refrigerator and got out a bottle of wine. She brought in 2 glasses. Pardon me, she said, but you seem a little bit crazy. What do you do? I'm a writer. Are you going to write about this? They'll never believe it, but I'll write it. Look, said Dawn, George has got Ruthie's panties off. He's fingering her. Ice? Yes, he is. No ice. Straight's fine. I don't know, said Dawn. It really gets me hot to watch them. Maybe it's because they're so small. It really heats me up. I know what you mean. Look, George is going down on her now. He is, isn't he? Look at them! God almighty! I grabbed Dawn. We stood there kissing. As we did, her eyes went from mine to them, and then back to mine again. Little Mary and little Anna were watching too. Look, said Marty, they're going to make it. We might as well make it. Even the big folks are going to make it. Look at them. Did you hear that? I asked Dawn. They said we're going to make it. Is that true? I hope it's true, said Dawn. I got her over the couch and worked her dress up around her hips. I kissed her along the throat. I love you, I said. Do you? Do you? Yes, somehow, yes. All right, said little Anna to little Marty. We might as well do it too, even though I don't love you. They embraced in the middle of the coffee table. I had worked Dawn's panties off. Dawn groaned. Little Ruthie groaned. Marty closed in on Anna. It was happening everywhere. I got the idea that everybody in the world was doing it. Then I forgot about the rest of the world. We somehow walked into the bedroom. Then I got into Dawn for the long, slow ride. When she came out of the bathroom, I was reading a dull story in Playboy. It was so good, she said. My pleasure, I answered. She got back into bed with me. I put the magazine down. Do you think we can make it together, she asked. What do you mean? I mean, do you think we can make it together for any length of time? I don't know. Things happen. The beginning is always easiest. Then there was a scream from the front room. Oh, said Dawn. She leaped up and ran out of the room. I followed. When I got there, she was holding George in her hands. Oh, my God. What happened? Anna did it to him. Did what? She cut off his balls. George is a eunuch. Wow. Get me some toilet paper quickly. He might bleed to death. That son of a bitch, said little Anna from the coffee table. If I can't have George, nobody can have him. Now both of you belong to me, said Marty. Now, you've got to choose between us, said Anna. Which one of us is it? Asked Ruthie. I love you both, said Marty. He stopped bleeding, said Dawn. He's out cold. She wrapped George in a handkerchief and put him on the mantel. I mean, Dawn said to me, if you don't think we can make it, I don't want to go into it anymore. I think I love you, Dawn. Look, she said, Marty's embracing Ruth. And they're going to make it? I don't know. They seem excited. Dawn picked Anna up and put her in the wire cage. Let me out of here. I'll kill both of you. Let me out of here. George moaned from inside her handkerchief upon the mantel. Marty had Ruthie's panties off. I pulled Dawn to me. She was beautiful and young and had insides. I could be in love again. It was possible. We kissed. I fell down inside her eyes. Then I got up and began running. I knew where I was. A cockroach and an eagle made love. Time was a fool with a banjo. I kept running. Her long hair fell across my face. I'll kill everybody, screamed little Anna. She rattled about in her wired cage at 3 a.m. in the morning.